life, right? You see
I
what's been
know,
going
right?
on.
Yeah. Well, just a quick question, kind of off topic a little bit. What was your guys' first exposure to credit? How did they get you into the credit system? Do you guys remember?
I'll tell you mine first. I do.
Okay.
You start.
I was in college, okay, and I remember just going to get lunch, and right by the caf, this is how they get you. And my financial knowledge was like 0 to none.
GBC.
I'm like 18, right? And they had a setup station, MBNA. You guys know MBNA?
We sure do.
They had MBNA, and they had a station. They're like, oh, credit. Me, like an idiot. I feel so embarrassed to say this on camera, but whatever. It is what it is. My financial literacy was like none at 18, right? So I'm like, oh, I get to access some money right now. I'm like, wait, so I'm like, so wait, you guys are going to give me $2,000 right now? She knew me then. It's someone sitting next to our director. So literally, I had access to, I think it was like $2,000. I'm like, oh my god. That was my first exposure to credit. I went shopping for my house. I had a condo back then. I'm like, oh, let me go shopping for a condo, furnished it, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Then it came back to bite me in the ass because I was spending money I did not have.
And the interest rates were high on those.
And the interest rate was high. That's when they suck you in. And that's why it's so important to educate and have these types of conversations. Because the financial literacy, especially surrounding, credit, real estate, all of that.
Yeah.
Very important.
Depending on where you're at in your life, it's very low.
It's very,
interestingly enough, they recently said, I don't know if you saw this in the news, they're going to start teaching it in is it high school?
Yeah, high school.
I love it.
Yeah, I would love to have known this when I was in high school.
What we know now, if we know what
trust me.
For sure.
Our children are that's great for our children,
It's amazing for our children. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like the younger that they teach children, the better it is long term, right? Like
even just having these conversations with people, like it just it sparks so many ideas and oh, you can make this much or you can invest. Like it's very helpful, I feel.
But I feel like they need to do this because the economy is so crazy, especially with the housing market being so high. They need to educate people ahead of time.
Absolutely.
Have to know.
Definitely.
And a lot of people are getting sucked into debt just because they don't know. They don't understand it, right? So understanding is the first step, and then you can
debt management.
Yeah,
debt
very
management.
Important.
Absolutely.
Because there's good debt and bad debt. But that's another conversation that maybe Jerome will come back and we'll...
I get to come back?
He's like, I'm welcome back.
So